Welcome to the George FTTV YouTube channel. Today we'll discuss how we went for the final time in 2024 and go through a little bit of our trades and a bit of thoughts on next year and strategy and what we did right, what we did wrong. So a bit of a review video. Hopefully it won't be too long because it is that time of the year where week off now and finals is coming for footy, which is good, but 2,483 ranked 480, which I'm happy with. Would love to be in that top 100 or top 10, top 20, but I don't know, just haven't been able to get there. I think this is our fourth top 500 finish, so it's good. It's all right, but what are we doing wrong to not take that next step? And for me, then you might be happy with your ranks or whatever, and I don't know, however you want to finish, top 1K or whatever. But for a content creator, puts as much effort, you'd like to go that bit further. But regardless, I think it was a better year than our last few years, which is a positive, I think. So Captain Dacos this week, which was brilliant. One of those weeks where a few players go on for 3 votes, like a Neil, Cripps, and Dacos was the one I went with. Melbourne had probably their 4 best players out: Petrarca, Oliver, Viney, Lever, only with Gorn playing. So I was happy with that. And I think we did all right this year. The strategy, I think, for next year, or I think the main lesson for next year is, next year there'll be opportunity. There'll be a lot of cheap mids, like a Will Day. We'll go through some of them when we go through the players, the pricings and stuff. But start of the year, we had these buys that were, you didn't really want them because it limited who we wanted to pick in our starting team. But a lot of the players' scores that dropped off were really horrific rookie scores. And rookies are rookies. Like, there's good ones. Like, missed Ware, missed Jeremy Sharp. Didn't start Dempsey, but got him late. So there was a lot of really, really good rooks we had this year. Even like Closey came, Graham came, Philippou late. It was like 200k. So Humphreys came late. A brilliant rookie. Unfortunately got injured this week, but I can't complain with what he's given me. So a lot of really good rookies we had. I don't know if it'll be as good next year. They're saying it's a strong draft, but a lot of these good rookies were mature age, and they can say it's a strong draft all they want. Like McKercher and Sanders. McKercher was excellent, just a bit circumstantial with Roll and who was playing down back. A few injuries as well, which upset him, and Roll changes. And then Sanders we thought would be a layup, and I guess the Dogs midfield's always going to be tough to crack, but it wasn't really what we hoped for this year. But we'll see what happens with the draft, because there's so much that can go wrong with rookies. So like I filtered, I reckon 6, 7, 8 sub 30 rookies that dropped off early in the season from sub or injury or whatever. But because they're a rookie, their role isn't, maybe it's not guaranteed. Like, it's hard to cement a spot as a first-year player, or when you've just entered the team. They can get tired. What's their durability like? Like, can they hold up, consistent AFL games? Can their body hold up? Who knows? There's just a lot that can go wrong with, like, every rookie for the most part. I guess, again, it depends rook by rook or case by case, but we saw it with Sanders, like sub-risk and stuff like that. So I think it'll be, do we take these cheap players next year to get as many rookies off the field? And I think that's what has been successful strategy in fantasy for many years now. Now that we have 40 trades, we don't have to, rely on picking as many keepers as we used to in the starting team. So it's something we'll look at next year. We'll go over that now, and then we'll go over, should we discuss anything with the team? I guess whether I'm happy or not with the picks. Like, defense, Nick Martin's been good. Like, 1-1-2, 5 round. He's been excellent. Like, can't complain too much. Him and Whitfield I got a bit pissy about, but Whitfield won my cash league. Can't believe this. Shout out to Naki. Sorry, bro. I beat him last year, and I should not have beat him this year, and I did. His post buy has been absurd. So lucky to have him, because I didn't really want him. I just needed to pick a defender, and ended up landing on Whitfield early in the year. Ryan's been not great for what we paid, but it's whatever. Nick's Nick. Midfield's good apart from Rosie. He's been pretty poor. I think Dawson... I'm happy to make excuses for Dawson because last three is pretty good. Middle of the year, like started poorly, got him in, a few good scores, a bit of a foot injury, lots of tags as well, lots of attention. If he's getting tagged, he just needs to clunk a few, maybe kick a goal. Errol's been good for us. Last 598, not great, but I think he's 110 in our team total, which is pretty good for what we paid. Rosie's been massively disappointing because I considered Andy Brayshaw, who I didn't check the scores from the Port game, but I reckon he did alright. 600k, so yeah, he's killed Rosie, so what's his score? 127, bloody hell. Rux, Grundy, it was good to get something from Grundy after complete rubbish for like 8 weeks it seems, but yeah, just looked tired for a bit, and yeah, Sherry, not having Sherry's been a massive issue. So no Sherry, no Sinclair, probably the main two, no Lockie Neal, probably the main three that have hurt, and then forward line, I couldn't ask for a better forward line really. Flanders, Zorko, Moore, Cordwell, Jackson served his purpose covering Gawn and a few solo games, and then Philippou sort of like Heaney, sort of covering Heaney. Used Philippou heaps. Like every time he was available, a few injuries, used him heaps. So team's alright, but again, it only takes, if you miss out one player, you miss out on Sherry, it's like nearly impossible to get a really high rank. So if you did, nice work, but yeah, it's a tough ask when Sherry's just, this week was a down game for Sherry, and I think he went 120. Yeah, 123. Like a down game for him, so pretty insane. 730k, my God. Remember owning him in the forward line a few years ago and just didn't think much of him, and I don't know, it's just unbelievable now. So I guess best trade in, I went through, I'm not going to go through all 23 trades, it'd take too long, but I guess Whitfield, wasn't great pre-buy. I think 92 when I got him pre-buy, and then post-buy, just a machine. So Whitfield's been great. Midfield, I guess Butters I got for 620. I guess you give that a tick. I got Merritt for 650. Wasn't a great deal, but I'm not too upset. He just got a few tags, like this tag against Sydney. So, but that is Merritt. But he's excellent. Paying top dollar for Sarong. Sarong's receipt again drew tag today. Just insane amount of tags post buy. So, unfortunately, that's just going to be the problem with a player like Sarong. Gordon was a good trade in. I think my best trade in. My worst trade-in is Matt Rao for 640, and unbelievable. I hate to see his 5 round 102. So he beat Rosie. So we lost points on that. We lost 50 points on that trade. So that's not great. Dylan Moore was my best trade. Worst trades were Winhager, Rao, and another one that escapes me that I was thinking about before. Grundy, I guess. Grundy was pretty crap. But Dylan Moore was my best trade-in, and all it was I just looked at DFS, and if I didn't have DFS like back in the day, I wouldn't have picked Moore, but just looked at CBAs were up 25-30% on last year, and he had a really poor first few weeks because of glandular fever, which I just assumed that was the reason why. And not only that, Hawks have started, probably the best team in the league since the bye, or past 12 weeks. You can make a case for, if not top 3. I guess you could say probably Port, probably in there, GWS, Dogs, like heaps of good teams. But I think you'd probably say Port and Hawks, probably 2 best in form. So yeah, he was my best trade in, and because he was a pod as well, and people were struggling in the forward line, and people were looking at McRae and stuff. It was to get that early jump on everyone. Did drop 370s as well after we got him 140. That's when we got him around 8. But yeah, been a brilliant trade in, and Philippou was just sort of an eye test one. And I remember reading AFL Draft Experts, or Chris Story, you might remember him. Still does a few videos here and there, but he had him at pick 2 in the draft, and I love reading Chris's work, and if he says, Philip is worth pick 2, then I'm going to think highly of him, and it's just reassuring after watching him as well, just knowing that he rates him. So traded him in, and he was a few injuries and sickness and stuff, but yeah, he's been good, and we'll pick him next year. In terms of players that we'll pick next year, I think we'll just do this, and then we'll wrap up, I think. Maybe think of any other lessons. So Bont's finished M1, which is pretty cool, and Butters M2. So my top 3 predictions were, I had Butters M1, I think Bont 2, and Green 3, if I remember correctly. I've got a document somewhere. I didn't have Neil in there. I had Flanders I think I had him at 110. Nick, I think I had D1 easily. And Heaney I think I had Heaney at like 88 or something. Yeah, hard to predict, but do you pay for Bont next year? 700, 690, something like that. I'm thinking no, because there'll be a lot of value in the mids. Butters 120. I'm thinking about it. I guess you probably could go Bont over Butters, but I think it'll be a priority upgrade target if you don't have him. Neil, I'll die on the hill of because of age, like 32 next year. Just passed. We saw Libba regress 15 points this year, although I think a little bit of that was sub-affected, but regardless, still like a regression risk. I think Flanders will be too expensive, and apparently he's playing forward. Gold Coast. What is this? They're playing him forward, but he's still racking it up, so yeah, don't know what they're doing. I guess when I traded Rouse, CBAs were kind of crap for a bit as well, and then gone back up, but I can't make any sense of Rouse form drop and then back to normal. Just a bit of a head scratcher. Do you start Nick in the mid? Do you start Sheasel down back? Well, Sheasel, I think I would. Just insane player, insane talent, and I think probably the safest D defender to be top 6 for sure. Flanders will be there too, but Flanders not getting CBAs, and I doubt he's going to hold a 120 average. I think the thing with Gold Coast as well is they've had 6 games against West Coast, Richmond, and North. So surely they don't get that again, but they probably will. Ryan, I probably won't. Too expensive. Trelaw, no. Sarong, probably not. Just too many tags. Merritt does 115 every year. Probably not starting pick, I guess, but you could do worse. Rowan, probably not. It's always going to be like that top 4 mark. Dunk's 111, priced at, it's not too bad. I think Whitfield, probably no for over 600, but I think he's going to be 30, 31. Don't know. Does he back it up? Maybe. Like, not against him as a starting pick, given what he's done post-buy. Cripps, probably no. Probably going to win the Brownlow, but not really as an SC pick. Like, this feels his ceiling seems to feel like 110 at the moment. So Zorko, no. Be defender. McGovern's been brilliant, but yeah, a few contact injuries late. Sinclair in defense, 600. It's not bad. Been a late post-buy. Limited preseason as well. Andy at priced at 110. I thought he'd be less than that, so he's going to be 600. Maybe. I don't know. LDU 109. Just don't trust LDU. I think with when he was so good last year, there was no midfield really. Now I think Wardlaw is in there. Sheaves was taking points, so he's actually got like other players taking points in there. So I don't think that 130 average that he did or whatever, unless injuries will happen again. Still probably no. But like if he's cheap, he's one potentially upgrade target. Maybe. I probably would have done 110 if not for knee issues. And yeah, trading our Steele was a big mistake, but I just panicked for the knee issues. Walsh is you have to wonder if the chronic back issues are going to go away. If they're not, then no thanks. Errol, no. Too many mids. English, never again. We'll get to the cheaper mids now. So Green priced at 106. I think so. Cheaper than last year. There's just no bullshit with Green. I guess played every game this year, which is good. He's done a few hammies in the past. But yeah, good this year. Still young. And just has the midfield, like he's just a CBA mid. That's it. There's nothing, no forward time or anything. It's just a CBA mid. So Matt Crouch finishes 105. Probably wouldn't start him. But yeah, also I think he's going to be 30 next year. So probably pass, but it was a fun own this year. Darcy Cameron, no. Nick Martin. Price at 105 in defense. I'm not against it. It's a hard one to read because I thought his best games were when he was forward of the ball, but his role's a bit unique where he starts back, he just does whatever he wants, and yeah, they can flex him to like wing and stuff. So that's I don't know. I'm not sure. We should be looking at mids and defenders, but Jordy Clark had a bit of a slow finish. He's one I'll look at, price at 104. I think that's 570, something like that. It's not too bad. Libba, no. Laird, definitely not. I think he's at risk at losing his spot, but who knows with Matthew Nicks. Petrarca, I think no for Petrarca at this stage. Obviously, see what happens with his like injuries and stuff. So he can barely jog at the moment, but he's good forward. Like they started using him more forward, and they clearly have issues forward of the ball. Like Petty hit and miss, and JVR still really young. So, or Petty's barely kicked a goal all year. I think he's hit like 6 or 7 goals this year. So, I'm interested to know what his CBAs are because they've got all these new kids. Oliver will be back in there. Viney's got to play in there probably. So, yeah, they would give Rivers a bit more time. Any of those like Thrallstrup or whatever, whoever they have, do they give them more time? Ridley's too injury prone, so he's no. But Dawson, I probably will priced at 102. I just think we just give him, even if the roles like here or like changes a little bit here and there, and the tags come priced at 102. There's no reason why you can't do like 107 plus next year. I think Tom De Koning I'll start. It'll be hard to pass up just with his upside and not expecting him to play every game and might need a chop out here and there, but his solo game's just monstrous. So I think solo this year he did 122, and he did have that 5-round patch in the middle of the year of 144. So I think no reason why he can't do 120 plus next year. But what does the body hold up? What do they do with Pitney? But regardless, I think he's my mindset on him is just sell high, assuming something goes wrong, and just ride it. So see how that goes. Newman's had a good last few games. Like last year, Hayden Young, mid only. It's a no from me. They can use him a bit forward. And yeah, a little bit of soft tissue scares throughout the year. One today, one earlier in the year. Nas price at 100. Maybe when Sinclair retires. But yeah, not too bad. Kelly's playing a bit wing, so no. Horn Francis priced at 99.7. Done 110, last 5. A lot of points to go around in that poor midfield. So yeah, he's just awesome to watch and has a bit of soft tissue history as well. Done one at North, done one this year. But yeah, gonna be some sort of player. I think he'll probably does like 115, 120 one year. It's just when can be used forward as well. But yeah, really good player, insane. Holmes. A bit of a bounce back game from him after a slow few rounds. Not really sure with Geelong. Like, just players play everywhere and they get moved. Like he could play wing, halfback, mid, who knows? So I don't have a good read on that. Sicily and Richards. I think Richards probably gets. I think he starts defender and he'll probably end up getting forward next year, mid forward. So yeah, he'll definitely be a premium in the forward line and looks to be a premium. He's one we can look at next year. Don't know. His good games are really good, but he has a few really bad games. So yeah, high ceiling, low floor. Sicily priced at 99. I'm a sucker for Sicily. I did trade him in fantasy last year and he dropped a fat 50 on me. That was painful, but I don't know if I trust Sicily just because they have so many outlets in defense, and suspension risk, I guess, is sort of a thing with him too. And he's at a bunk shoulder. So priced at 90, he's still done 99 this year with all their users down back. So I would be surprised if he can't get back to like 105 plus next year. So he's one I'll consider for sure. Rosie, 98 average. I don't know. I think on Francis, Drew, Wines, Butters, Rosie, there's just so many names in there. He'll be 550k, which is cheap for him. Like he can still do like 107 plus. So one I'll think about. And then it's like more. I don't think you start more. You start ranking. They'll be same price. Like 550-ish. I think 550, 560. I'm not sure. Right, maybe. Like we'll see what's available in the forward line. I guess having a keeper, what you presume to be a keeper, and they're in the 500s, it means you don't have to pay 600. So you have extra money to get rookies off the field. How long is this taking? 22 minutes. Okay, I think we'll wrap it up. Cordwell probably not as long as Parrish is around. Jackson, no, unless Shrek is injured. Where's Will Day? Price at 91. I think that's going to be 500k. You're kidding. Barrett Daniels averaging 90. Will Day I'll definitely consider. His numbers were pretty good. I think he can be like a bit of a nervous own because he has that long history of just random knocks and whatnot. Where's his scoring? Okay, this was a tag. There's a sub game and a tag game, but before that, like, it's pretty good. Like, slow start from coming back from injury, and then pretty nice run. Like, heaps of tons here. Yeah, tag and injury. So definitely underpriced. Looks a star. So Hawks will be good. Probably start premiership favourites next year. Maybe top 2 or 3. So I think we'll leave it at that. But yeah, I'll probably take the more value route with next year. I think just adjusting to these 40 trades and knowing how badly rookies can go, especially with this bloody sub rule that we have. So hopefully they get rid of that at the AFL. But yeah, enjoy off season. If you play AFLW or FPL or NFL, come join our Discord. We all play that there. But yeah, I think definitely have a bit of a spell over the off season. Find something else to do on the weekends. Should be fun. So yeah, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. And I think next video will be probably I'll just draft a 2025 team and then maybe start preseason stuff in like December or something. So yeah, when the team opener happens. So leave it at that. So thank you all for watching for the year. Bit inconsistent with the pod this year. It's just time restrictions. To be honest, I get pretty exhausted on Monday nights. So it became a bit of a struggle for me, to be honest. But do appreciate Eno and JD putting so much of their time into FTTV. But yeah, we'll figure out what we're going to do next year. I know JD's retired, so great innings from him. And I know Eno won't do videos, but maybe pod. But we'll discuss that and go from there. But I'm not 100% sure we'll do the pod next year, but we'll see. That's it from me. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I hope you had a good year and enjoy off season.